And the irony is everyone's like, oh, you came out of nowhere. I'm like, no, I was emailing myself for 2 years.
And let's take it back a little bit and just give us kind of that first moment where you wanted to start your business.
So, I've told the story a few times, and I guess like I'm unlike you. I'm not a fitness purist. I can't say that I've been in the industry. For me, I'm a supply chain guy. I spent the first 10 years of my career working mostly out of South Asia, manufacturing for the likes of Inditex, which is like Zara, all the way down to the 7th Avenue Garmentos in New York City and the off-price. And in 2008, 9, there was a cotton crisis. Couldn't hold the price of a good for more than 24 hours. And I was frustrated how no one knew about it. So I'm like, why is there no Bloomberg for supply chain? So I started Sourcing Journal. Everyone thought I was nuts. I ended up selling that to Penske Media. Penske is a tremendous company. They own Billboard, Variety, South by Southwest, their biggest,
right.
Golden Globe. I mean, I've watched it in Rolling Stone. And there, it was a great experience. Obviously, I learned a lot. But it showed me that every single industry has their publication record. And then 2019, I mean, this is as much due diligence as I did. I read like a 50-page report by CB Insights on deal flow and like connected fitness. I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So I started going online trying to find more information. I couldn't find it. I'm like, there's no Sourcing Journal or no billboard of fitness and wellness.
Right.
And then when the pandemic hit, I was still running Sourcing Journal, but how much Netflix can you watch? So I was like, let me take some time and see if there's any legs to this. And so I started aggregating content. Bro, if I showed you the first website, you'd laugh. It was like a cartoon character of someone on a bike. And people started signing up. And, you want to go home after work, and I'm a president of a division going into MailChimp and aggregating content. But every day you see it going up. And then I made the decision to go all in. And the past 2.5 years has been tremendous, and here we are.
You've grown really fast, though. It feels like. I mean, wouldn't you say?
Yes. I mean, it took me, 5 or 7 years in Sourcing Journal. It took me 2. I think part of that is it's the market is growing very fast, but I also think it's, having built Sourcing Journal for 15 years, I've learned a thing or two, and having the experience at Penske was very helpful. So, and I always say, build it, they will not come. So also, I was willing to take bigger bets out of the gate and be a little bit more aggressive this time around.
What can you give us an example of some of that?
So, it's easy to hide behind a website. It's easy to say, oh, I have all these people, but how do you ultimately know? And then I get an opportunity to do an event at NASDAQ. And I say, okay, well, I'm going to rent the whole space. Now, that's really expensive. I'm not a publicly traded company, but when you do that, it feels different. The sophistication is different. Everyone's in a suit. And you have the CEO of Aura speaking, and you have Catterton speaking, and you have the CEO of Zumba and Tonal and Chuck Runyon in the audience. Whoa. All of a sudden, shit, does this guy really know these people?
Right.
Okay. We did an event in June. I've been going to a lot of events in this industry, and I don't mean this in a critical way, but I below expectations. Again, I'm used to entertainment and fashion and retail. These are very valuable. People buying $500,000 boots at trade shows or super premium. Like you're trying to get celebrities to come. This industry felt very pipe and drape gymnasium or ballroom, hotel ballroom.
Right.
I'm going to take a 30,000 square foot space on Fifth Avenue. I'm going to brand from the streets to the stairs to the bathrooms. You're going to see a planter. It's going to have our logo on it. We're going to have amazing production quality. We're going to have the best activations. Not just, we had Immortal and we had Escape and we had Shiftwave. It's not your typical things you're going to see. We invested a lot of money, but a lot of time. And the curation was such that I knew that it would be very hard to recreate that. What we were talking about before, there's a special sauce there.
Right.
And look, I spent a lot more than maybe I should on paper. But the net effect of that, the brand building, the positioning, I think stuff like that really has helped us. We do a party every year at HFA. Last year we had 1,000 people. We paid the open bar for 1,000 people. And
wait, what's that HFA?
HFA is the trade association, IRSA. They rebranded as HFA, so they do a big trade show. Last year was Vegas. This year San Diego. In Europe they have FIBO.
Are they still calling it IRSA though?
Now it's HFA. They rebranded about a year ago.
Oh, okay.
So it's HFA.
I was like, I missed that.
So
note.
I was like, again, there were all these small parties. I'm like, why are we all competing with ourselves? Let's get all the great people and all the right people together. And I knew that, again, I had to take the lead. I had to put down the deposit. And, of course, we had some partners that wanted to co-host, which helps. But again, how did you get all these people? Why are you making the investment? So it's not that I don't have money like that, but it's
Is this self-funded or?
So I self-funded for the first couple of years. I have a small investor, but it's really more working capital.
Okay.
But the mindset is, I'm willing. I learned. I work with an insane business coach, and it's one thing to set goals, but it's the other thing. What are you willing to sacrifice? I knew that I hired a team not for the business I have, for the business I want to have. It's like we dress for the job you want.
Yep.
So when I hired my head of events, and she was running a $25 million event P&L, and she came over, I'm like, congratulations, your goal this year is 0. But I knew if I wanted to execute what we're talking about, I can't get someone with 2 years experience, 15 years experience. So I hired really great. Look, I'm in the human capital business, so I need great people. I'm a big believer that people are really, today with technology, that's not an advantage, that's table stakes. So what's an advantage is the people you have around you. So I have a great team, and I think that's allowed me to really accelerate.
Yeah, people are everything.
Here's the truth. Most people are walking around chronically dehydrated, and the water they're drinking to fix it is actually working against them. It's stripped of minerals, or it's loaded with contaminants and microplastics, and it's all coming from these plastic bottles. So you're drinking more, but you're getting less. So my team and I, we fixed that. We created No Days Off Premium Water. We take it through an 8-step reverse osmosis process. It comes out contaminant-free, PFAS-free, microplastic-free. Then we put back what your body actually needs: calcium, magnesium, and potassium. The electrolytes you sweat out and the minerals that run over 300 reactions in your body. We balance it to an 8.1 alkaline pH for hydration that works at the cellular level. And we can it in aluminum, never plastic. So nothing leaches out into your water and nothing sits in the landfill. That's the hack. Hydration done the right way. Not more water, better water. But I'll be straight with you. Water is only half of it. The other half is showing up and doing the work. No days off. That's the whole reason this brand exists. So here's what I want to do for you. If you're local to, or even just visiting, Nashville or Miami, I want to give you a free workout at Legacy. On us, no catch. You come in, you train with our team, you feel what No Days Off is all about. So if you're serious about your health and you're anywhere near Nashville or South Florida, come see us. Book a free session at legacyfit.com. Walk into Legacy and tell us the big dog sent you. We'll take care of the rest.